and they've actually adapted to catching flying foxes or fruit bats straight out of the trees. So pretty amazing that the river has actually been so brown and murky that they haven't been able to see the fish, so they're just grabbing those fruit bats straight out of the mangroves. But we've seen them with even penguins in their talons, feral piglets. I saw a photo the other day of one actually harassing a sea lion who caught a fish. So as I bring her closer, she has got some great features for flying and hunting by the water. Those big, powerful feet with those long, sharp talons act like fishing hooks. So she'll just grab that fish from the surface. She doesn't dive in and get really wet like an osprey. She'll just grab that fish and keep on flying. So that's what we call raking the surface of the water. Now, she is pretty big and pretty impressive. Does anyone have a guess? Shout out in kilos. How much do you think Iluka weighs? What do you reckon?
35.
35, good guess. 25? 100. Yeah, you guys think I'm strong. She's actually only 3.2 kilos. So I know I look like I can hold 100 kg on my left arm, but she is really lightweight. Now the reason for this is because us as mammals, we have very heavy, dense bones. But birds are completely different to us. They have a really light honeycomb-like structure to their bones, so that they are light enough to take flight. Give her a round of applause, guys, if you have their face. So they are trying to let everyone know that there's a predator in the area. So when it comes to raptors, guys, you can take a look at the size of their feet and see the size of prey that they're going to be able to catch. What would you do with a whole mouse?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry if you missed it, when you get the spaghetti mouse tail hanging out for a photo. Is that how you guys eat your mice? Yeah, I tend to cut mine up. There you go. So yes, if he caught something quite large, he'd eat the most nutritious part. So maybe it's the breast of that bird, but he would leave the rest because he wouldn't be able to consume the whole thing. But if it's small and delicious like that, you eat it very quickly or else someone might come along and steal it off of you. Now guys, Jagger is very excited to show you where he would like to head to next. This is his hollow. And Jagger's going to head on in. Give him a round of applause, guys. Welcome, Jagger. Owls are nocturnal. But more than half of them aren't. More than half of them are crepuscular, so not necessarily nocturnal, but this one certainly is. Tater is a beautiful barn owl. She's specifically an eastern barn owl. So owls in Australia are a little bit smaller than their northern counterparts. Now take a look at her. She's part of the masked owl family. We just saw barking owl. Hawk owl family has that really serious face with those big yellow eyes. She is part of that masked owl family, so she has that beautiful love heart face or love heart mask. And that's what she's using for her hunting. It's not just that it looks pretty, it does serve a purpose. So there's that beautiful love heart face will help with her hearing. So she's got big ears. One's here, one's there. They're asymmetrically placed. And the face kind of acts like a satellite dish, triangulating those sounds into her ears. Now the sounds that she'll be listening for are rodents. They eat predominantly rodents, mice and rats. So there might be that mouse scurrying, crunching, even its heart beating. That's how good that hearing is, and makes it even really, really good to have around. Now the most impressive thing about Tato is her silent flight. Have a listen on this next one, guys. See if you can hear anything. How incredible is that? So if you want to know what Tato feels like, go home tonight and pat a marshmallow. She's so soft. But the way in which she's quiet or silent is her soft comb or fringe to her flight feathers. It means that when she beats her wings, there's no turbulence and there's no sound. Great feature for hunting mice that are going to be very wary of predators. Alright guys, now for the next part of the show, I am going to need the help of an adult volunteer. Is there someone who'd like to help me out for the next part of the show? Who's that? There you go, you're conveniently close. Now, male. And when it comes to raptors, the females are the large ones. So if we had a female wedgie on stage right now, she would be about 5 kilograms. Mingy here is not even 2.5 kilos. So 5 kilos. And have a 2.5 meter wingspan, if not 3. His is less than 2. So Mingy's just a little chicken. The females are the big impressive ones. Now they get their name from at that beautiful tail, so check it out as he does some flying. It's very, very clear, particularly when they're up in the thermals. If you're not sure what kind of eagle you're looking at, and you're not sure if you're looking at a sea eagle, it probably is quite easy to distinguish it with that tail. So check it out. Now, wedge-tailed eagles, oh sorry, you dropped your chicken there. They are going to be up there in the thermals, kilometres above, spotting their prey. Now they actually have, I don't have eagle eyesight, so I don't know where it went, sorry mate. They will actually be in the thermals kilometres above, spotting their prey. They're said to have the best eyesight of any raptors. And I read the other day that they actually are the highest soaring bird in the world. They have been clocked at 6 kilometres altitude. Amazing. Very, very high. But they wouldn't even have to be beating their wings. They'd just be cruising out there, their thermals, just absolutely enjoying that wind. Amazing. Now, with those big, powerful feet, he's going to be taking down things like rabbits, feral cats, and foxes. And that's great because they are all pest species that I listed. But they actually have the capability of taking down a wallaby or even a kangaroo, particularly if they're working in a pair or a small group. Can you guys imagine a big, gnarly female wedgie and Miggy out there in the wild grabbing something the size of a wallaby or a kangaroo? But keep in mind that her feet are about the size of my hand, so she'd be able to puncture those vital organs as she takes a hit. So incredible. But more often than not, they look for an easier food, which of course would be a rabbit or perhaps roadkill. The thing is though that that's a dangerous food, and they often become roadkill themselves. So they're a big bird, they need a bit of time to get some lift. You saw Miggy when he was on the ground, he needed some time to get some air, and if that's a truck coming along at 120 k's, they don't stand a chance. So what we like to say, if you are driving, particularly out west and you see a bit of roadkill, just honk your horn, let them know that you're coming, because there might be a black kite on the other side having a feed, might be a wedge-tailed eagle, and they've got some time to get some lift. Anyway guys, we're going to take Omega and some of our other birds to the after show area. If you'd like to take some photos, ask some questions, you're all very welcome to. But we will have our sheepdog show starting shortly in that paddock over there. Thanks very much guys. For the rest of the day, see you later.
Which essentially means that she's going to slow that sheep down, hold her ground, and say you need to move your feet. And I'll make the sheep a little bit uncomfortable and know the front and move away. Beautiful that way. Now as Tash and Lucy go off and do some of our obstacles, you may notice that Tash does go her hands around quite a bit. Now this is one of the forms of communication that we use with our dogs. We do offensive work, we also use vocal cues and whistles as well. Not only that, Lucy is actually constantly reading Tash's body language. So depending on how Tash places her body to an obstacle, or even actually to a sheep, as well. And it's actually used in skincare products and baby dolls, which makes them a pretty cool multi-purpose animal. Beautiful. Now Lucy's last job for our show today is to yard up our sheep. Now yarding up is usually the end result of moving sheep. This is the easiest way that we can give them health checks, administer any medication, and also handle them for sharing and transportation as well. Perfect. So that's just going to close off that gate, create a nice safe yard, and then they'll bring the sheep back through. Now these sheep just have recently been shorn, but if you guys would like to see a... Now Lucy might not do it because it is quite cool today, but we'll see how we go. Yes, no, next time we will. A little bit of 50-50. Oh, one bird, two birds. Nope, she's cruising us. Never mind. But yeah, we were encouraged that because that is the quickest way for Lucy to cool herself down. Now you guys have been an absolutely amazing crowd. If you'd like to ask Tash and I any other questions, we've been hanging out over by our tree, but I hope you guys have an amazing day here at One, and we'll see you later guys. You have a good one.
Okay, this is the biggest one. Koala sanctuary. Lots of koala here. Okay. This is the biggest one. Koala Sanctuary. Now this is the koala moment. Okay, for each one, gonna touch the koala and take a selfie with the koala. Okay.
Get kind of gross, and with little ones, 2 strong hands for the same reason. A lot of lorikeets can get very heavy very quickly. Now, we don't have a lot of bowls for everyone, so please, once you've had your turn, put them back down, pass them along.